Hey there, everyone. Hitesh here, and welcome to another Saturday Live. And yes, I'm 2 minutes early than expected. Usually, the live goes on Saturday, 9 p.m. If I'm free. If I'm not free, I post it up on my Instagram. So do follow me up here as well. And just like always, Muthu is here. And I've been interacting a lot with you. How are you, Muthu? Since we just two are here, and Mr. Vergis is also here. So both of the guys, I've been interacting with them for quite some years now. So how's it going on for you since we just our couple of guys are here? And eventually it will get crowded, but I hope you are doing really good. And with Mr. Vergis, I actually met during a seminar, which, if I correctly remember, it was in Kerala. I do remember that, I hope. So this is what the program of tech is also here. Good morning. It seems like you are in different time zone, but okay. Anyways, how's it going on for you? So TV says, I'm new. How does this work? This, you just have to sit back, chill out, relax, and people try to either ask some question or I discuss some of the topics. And that's it. It's not really a formal, it's not really live where I actually code or do anything like that. For that, we have different videos available at my website, learncodeonline.in, or on the YouTube as well. Plenty of them are YouTube, so don't you worry. Don't you get scared that, oh, where is the free tutorial? There are plenty free, so chill out. Okay, so Shashank says, I have taken your MERN course, MERN full stack course. Hope you are having a great learning. Hope you are having a great learning because you took the course. I've already created that. And you are going to definitely 100% love this course. It's one of the beautifully crafted course, which every step you feel like, yeah, I'm involved and I'm learning something. And the final experience is like really, really amazing. MERN hosting. You can host it wherever you like. Anything which can give you a full-fledged machine, an Ubuntu instance can spin up something like that. You can actually host it up. AWS would be really great choice, and Heroku would be great choice. DigitalOcean or Linode. There are a couple of bunch of other as well. So a whole lot of are here. So there are a lot of choices for that. Dhoni Rena retired? Is Dhoni retired? No. Is it real? Like I don't know. I didn't catch up there. Looks like all of my cricket days are over. Like first Sachin retired. I didn't like any of them after that, and then I liked Dhoni, his style, and looks like my cricket days is over. Ah, is it? A lot of people are saying yes. So it looks like I'm out of the news. I stay active in the in the tech news, but in the cricket news, I'm little not that much. But that's okay. He served really well, so I think he deserves it and every bit of it. We should honor that. Great player, great player. That's all we can say. Yes, I'm personally a big fan of him. Still haven't watched his movie because I have seen him enough of playing, and in fact, I have seen him almost all of the greater part of his innings. I have seen it all. So yeah, and Rena too, Suresh Rena. I'm pretty much active in the cricket, not that much in the IPL, but yes. Sachin, thank you so much for super chat. I really appreciate it. But yeah, bit of a shocker for me that came out from nowhere. Okay, Hardeep, you shouldn't be asking that kind of a thing. Like there are different dedicated channels. If you're interested in listening abuse in Hindi or in English, there are dedicated channels on YouTube which are famous for these abuse. So probably that's the channel you might want to visit. So waiting for your off-campus bootcamp JavaScript. JavaScript usually don't happen in offline bootcamp, and I think you should forget about the offline bootcamp in entire 2020. It's not going to happen. And the speed of bringing up the course online as well is going to also slow down because all of the courses that were planned up for this entire year, I've done it. I've done it all. And now we are just doing some of the bonus stuff and preparing these courses, crafting their outline. It takes time, 2 months, 3 months, probably more sometime. Okay, so I am from Pali, Rajasthan, which is better in phone application development like Flutter, Android, React Native. I think still I am onto the React Native side because I somehow feel that it is really nicely matured stuff. And when a longer project is there, the way how you can divide the application and how you can organize the application, it's actually much nicer. There's a super chat by Shantanu. Does IT consultant is a job role, and what is needed to do it? Yes, IT consultant is definitely a job, but we are picking up onto a very broader area, that what would be the job role. Like in the senior level of IT consultant, you sometimes consult on what would be the architecture of application, or where would be my backend, which technology should I choose. That's kind of a level of architecture level consulting. Then we have application design level consulting, where you design that how many tables initially we are going to have in the database, how many collections we will have, and if we are going to do these through the APIs, or we are going to have separate team for Android and iOS. That's also some of the consultant mainly consult on hiring staff too. So it's a very wide role. Saying that I'm an IT consultant, like what actually you do, what do you really consult on? Linux system also have consultant, which decides that how the Linux system is going to be there in servers. But in general, if somebody is saying I'm an IT consultant, it's definitely probably a service based role, not a project based role. So that's what it is. But definitely payment is really good in the consulting business. But again, it depends on at what level you are consulting. If you are consulting on a beginner level, then it's moreover about consulting the potential client that please use our service. So that can also be consulting. So again, it depends. Thank you so much, Ishwar. Mic problem, is it? I don't think so that there is any mic issue. I haven't actually checked it out. And now I have no way to check it out. To be honest, if it is a problem, then we'll just end it up early. But again, I have no way of checking it out. Okay, so you watch cricket? Yes, I do watch cricket, but I'm not interested in IPL. I just watched the first season, and fortunately, Rajasthan won in that. Didn't enjoy it, to be honest. It didn't felt like too much raw of a cricket. Something was missing in the IPL and still is missing. I really don't understand it. So if there are mic issues, your voice is clear. If there are mic issues, we can just shut it down early. No problem in that. But I have no way of fixing it on the go, or I have no way of finding it out, as I don't really want to log it on my phone. Don't want to do that. It's distracting. So for those who are getting the audio better, you can watch, and rest of you can hit that like button and probably can leave. Sorry, but yeah. Which VS Code font you use? Again, I know too many things about VS Code. Actually, I even don't know, to be honest, that how much customization I've done. Every time I make a new series, I just do some of the editing in that, or use some of the new plugins that makes the learning experience better. And yep, cheers for the hot tea this time. This time of the season, hot tea. Otherwise, iced tea. Okay, private versus government job. Uh, you're onto a wrong place, I think, my friend. I'm not much really into the government jobs. I prefer to have more uncertainty in life and more potential to grow. Surely you can grow in the government sector as well, but you cannot convince me, and probably I'll end up convincing you. Don't shave your beard. Yes, all those guys who are not aware of the context, it was something that we were having fun on Instagram, and somehow it is moving up here as well. So that's a different context. We'll catch it up there back on Instagram. That would be more fun. Okay, so what do you think about Apple Silicon ARM-based processor in Macs? I am like, this is if the Macs excitement level, I'm here, because I really want to see that how this Apple's own silicon is going to work. And to be honest, this device is actually having Apple's own silicon, and I saw the difference actually. I am using apps like Lightroom, and some of the processing that I do on these apps, when you add too much of the customization, it's really, really fast. So I would love to see that if somehow I can replace this, my iMac, from the Apple's new silicon. I would love to do that. Like, in fact, I'll be the first guy to just get up in the line and buy that. I would like to see that. I think there's a lot of potential in that, and they are gonna do it best. What is Tezos? No idea. Zero clue. Sir, your Java bootcamp on LCO was amazing. Hey, thank you so much, Faris. I really am very grateful that you enjoyed it. And the whole idea is that you learn as much as you like that. Okay, Kunal says, learning guitar, not in mood to code for 2 days. It's okay. Sometimes to take break and play something on your computer or to play guitar, play piano is definitely must have. Even I do sometimes this thing, not entirely get away from the code. This is something I love and don't know why I don't get bored with that. But yeah, sometimes I actually deviate myself, especially after creating the course, because this is a too much of an intense process of having projects, then create these projects, then rip them apart, then record the videos, then create another projects for them, then edit the videos, upload them, having everything all arranged, exercise files and everything. It's a bit of a process. Definitely, I thank goodness I have amazing team, people like Anirudh, Piyush, Samprit. They help me a lot in these things. So thank you so much that we are having that. Warm tone in previous video was too good. Actually, that I was able to bring those warm tones. In fact, most of the colors, because I was shooting in RAW, and yes, I did upgrade my camera. So the last two videos were not from the Canon 80D, which I was shooting. It's just right there. Can you see that? Yep, it's right there. So that is Canon 80D. But I've been shooting in from a new camera. Let me show you that. Okay. Here it is, a bit of a heavy one. So this is the new camera that I have been shooting with. And let me remove these guys. Why are you here? Okay. So this is the new one that I have been using. There's a super chat. We cannot miss that. Then we'll talk about camera again. So your thoughts on freelance developers? I think all good thought. They can earn like really good amount of money. Views on digital nomad developers. How much growth? I don't really think that you want to be like 100% digital nomad, like surely a little bit or some type of year, some times of year, but not like all the time. I'm not a big fan of it. Hello, sir. Difference between Popper JS and Tether JS. I am much on the Popper side. Especially, I got introduced to it when Bootstrap actually brought it into much of the attention. But I haven't much used the Tether actually. Popper is much more like I would use. But again, we have to see. So as I was saying, the last two videos were shot using this, and this is the newer version, the Canon R series, and definitely it has got tilty screen as well. And this one actually, I didn't bought it much for the video purposes. I'm all good in 80D. I bought it for the photos purpose because I know one day or the other, the lift is going to be over. I will be traveling back international. And at that time, I would love to have a camera like this so that I can shoot more photos, better photos. So yeah, coding for kids. Coding for kids is actually a good thing, and it will be moreover on to the MIT software. What do you call that? I forgot, the Scratch or something. The name is something like that. What is the empt I can ask for simple front end side? What is the amount I can ask for simple front end side? Anything between like, how much did you paid for the course? First, let's say that honestly. Uh, Depends on the course. Let's just say you are asking for one course fees. So did you paid like 300, 400, 500 rupees for a course? Just kidding. No, you usually you charge for a website like around at least $100, and then it moves on to $200, $300, and how much you want to have. How much I earn? Good enough. Good enough. There's no such issue in that. Is Python used in non-data science project? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Data science is popular nowadays. It has been used in almost all of the projects, so no issue in that. Django, Flask, lots of fields are there where Python is used. Okay, and again, just to give you a quick note, we got 15 more minutes that we are going to be here, because this live is shorter one. We are only going to have 30 minutes live because I have other work to do. They are just pending here. There are lots of stuff that I need to do, so we will be just spending 30 minutes here. Okay, let me pick up a few of the good questions. May I know what's your favorite quotation? It's something that I created, kind of, and I do give quotes in a lot of my TED Talks as well. Do everything with a smile. That's my favorite quote. Like, things become easier when you smile. I know life is tough. I know coding is tough. Problem is not going to resolve on itself. And sometimes it's just hard time. But with just a small smile, you can just bear anything. So that's my personal favorite and my own quote. Do everything with a smile. So yeah, that's what I love about. So how many programming languages do you know and since when? I know only those programming languages which client ask me to work in. So give me some time, give me a project detail, and definitely give me a check, and I know that language. That's all about I care about. Okay, next is a super chat. Want to do computer programming, often get stuck, lose motivation. This is programming. Like, I cannot motivate you further. This is programming. It's going to be challenging. It's almost like saying, hey, life is going to be easy from this point onwards. It won't be. It will just suck even more. So programming is almost like that. It will never become easier, but it will give you enough of the skill so that you can earn enough to make the rest of your life much more easier. So don't just get stuck that I don't learn it. By having programming skill, you can earn enough that you can make the rest of your life easier. So those problems are much more bigger than these smaller problems in programming. So it's worth spending time here. Isn't macOS Big Sur just beautiful? I don't think so. I align that much over there because I really don't like that much of too much rounded icon for my personal taste. But apart from that, I think it's just wallpaper. The rounding of the icon is terrible, terrible. Which is best for coding a Mac or Windows? Whatever you got, that's it. Whatever you got, that's the best machine you are having. Don't just get stuck in too much of these details. There's a super chat. What are your thoughts on serverless platforms like Lambda, Cloud Functions? In fact, no, I should not disclose these things, but yes, my thoughts on serverless is really good. And I was having just one conversation with a friend, and my friend said that having the knowledge of serverless is really good. First, my friend thought that serverless is all about without servers, which is funny. But it's not just about serverless means. But again, I think it's going to be really great future. And with the cloud functions, you actually reduce your pricing. Those tasks which were meant to be done on the servers, with the cloud functions, you can bring the final pricing, what your application is costing to you, to a really, really good amount at a lower case. And you can, the whole concept of the cloud functions is something that I alone can create a project which usually take is going to take 5 or 6 people. So with the help of cloud functions, I can just not even just create that project, even can make it up and running without the need of too much of the team. So smaller number of team can handle a really large and insane project. With just 5 or 6 people of team, you can handle even a kind of mini Zomato or mini Swiggy level of application. Everything can be automated. So that's the beauty about the cloud functions. So if you're spending, I would say that if you're spending time in learning cloud functions, don't go first in the AWS because that is difficult. Prefer rather to have the cloud functions on Firebase. They will give you enough of idea that how this cloud function actually works, and their documentation, like, ooh, that's super best. And you will learn a lot. And creating an application probably in React or Flutter or anything, everything is supported in the Firebase almost, and that would be a better choice. So my recommendation is, yes, get started. Or probably if I create a video on that, like what is cloud function, that would be great. What I talked so far was little bit the next step of what is cloud function. But yeah, I think you got the answer. Like, yeah, it was a nice discussion. Which is better, Firebase or MongoDB? How much is your budget? Like, I have been openly saying that Firebase is expensive, but it's not that much expensive. When you will have like 100,000 user, you will have the money to pay for those 100,000 users automatically. So I would say Firebase is like, if you're doing a one-man army kind of a thing, then Firebase is like your ultimate choice. You really want to do that. And Firebase is 100% ready for production on the very next day. You can create an app from zero to production like this in Firebase. Cloud functions are there, error reporting is there, notifications are there, all authentication, including your phone authentication, is also there. Like, what more should I ask? What more should I ask at this pricing? It's crazy cheap compared to that. But when you talk about something like a scale of Learn Code Online, then it becomes a different aspect, because they cannot host videos, especially like what we do at Learn Code Online. But yeah, I have all good opinions about them. Okay. Somebody says, Rahul says, how is the rain and condition in Jaipur? Let me be very, because some of you asked me about this rain situation in Jaipur. It was just one half day, like half day rain, that's it. And after that, whatever you saw in the media was exaggerated, too much overhyped. Yes, some of the part of my city got damaged in the rain, but yes, this was supposed to, like, we already knew that this is like having it or something, but we knew that this is going to come one day or another. We saw the situation there already, Jaipur authorities, but it was not that bad. What they are showing in media, they're just over exaggerating. Things are fine. Even the park which is just in front of my house, it was all fill. It was like a lake view from park view. But yeah, it's not that bad. It's okay, fine. Now everything is running smoothly. Nothing is like compared to Mumbai, so we are all okay. And thank you so much for asking. Is $1,000 per month internship worth it? I definitely, okay, hear this out, because I think it might get controversial. How much money you are earning in internship, it all depends on where you are earning and how much you are in need. I can sit here and bash the 1,000 rupees per month is like really bad, it's terrible. I can say all of this, but how much money do you need? And alternatively, are you earning enough? Bashing is always fun. I can do this whole day and it will get a lot of views. But it all depends on how much you are in need and how much do you want to earn. Okay, there's a super chat. I'll come back onto this internships in a second. Can I start learning with programming languages? And I'm also not from engineering background. Yes, of course, you can do that. You can start by watching my free JavaScript series at learncodeonline.in. It's really one of the best gateway to start programming. And so what if you're not from engineering background? Not every engineers learn programming. There are other people as well. So 100% get started with my free course on JavaScript. And if you happen to enjoy, then move on. Otherwise, there are many other fields which are related to IT. Okay. So as I was saying, the 1,000 rupees per month for internship, it depends which part of the country you are, how much this 1,000 rupees is valuable for you, and how much you are going to be learning in that company. That all is right here. If you can earn more than this, or you can have more experience of learning somewhere else, then just join somewhere else. There is no point of sitting here on a public platform and bash to companies like 1,000 rupees per month or something. Surely we can have all fun. We have to create it, so some kind of content, so that's okay. But I would say it all depends on you, whether this is affordable to you or not. Can you make somewhere more money, or can you get somewhere more expense? Like, let's put it this way, 1,000 rupees per month in Google Campus. Will you be joining it? There you got your answer. Okay, so let's not like extend it to somewhere before we get off the topic, but yeah. Okay, so there is a super chat by Om. He says, how to get started and learn pen testing, writing exploits, CTFs, basically ethical hacking stuff. Uh, Writing exploit, my dear friend, reaching to that level is going to be tough. Using the exploit, using Metasploit or something, or using pre-written existing exploit, definitely it's also even a great skill to have. But if you want to reach to a point of writing the skill, still many of the exploits are written, some are written in Python, but still you need to have thorough understanding of assembly and the system basics as well. So you need to get there. And definitely offensive security certification are still great valuable certificates and great knowledgeable learning skill as well. So that's where you can start. You can start with OWASP. There are plenty of OWASP official resources good enough. And there are multiple chapters in which you can attend these conferences, trainings, and all of that. So that would be a great point to start. And Metasploit is one thing you might want to cover in depth if you're looking for exploit writing and something. So there is another super chat. It says, how to release a web app update without taking down the website. Okay, that's interesting. If there are a transaction of millions per second, whose job is it? Software developer, DevOps. It usually is a job of DevOps, definitely. But if you're having transaction of millions per second, I don't know what you have built up, but if you're having a million rupees of transaction or $1 million of transaction per second, then you might want to have like multiple instances, and you might want to update in, you probably should have a microservice architecture at this point. And if not, right now is the good time to have a microservice architecture. And again, I don't know what you have built up. If that is like, if $1 million are on stake per second, I don't think so you should consult me on YouTube. There are far, far greater programmers than me which can consult on this one. I'm sorry, but I shouldn't take this question at all. If $1 million per second are on stake, the stakes are too high for me to consult. I'll pass this one. Okay, so I'm working at a service company, front-end developer, 2 years of experience. Kudos, that's nice. Want to learn DS Algo competitive programming so that I can switch better product-based company. Your advice for better path and how to achieve this. I think you should definitely start with my course on data structure and algorithm. It's available in 3 languages, C++, Python, and Java, so you can pick up which one suits you the best. And after that, please, please, for God's sake, don't do like 1,000 questions of competitive programming. They make no sense, absolute zero sense. You might want to select that what are the subject topics, and on each topic you should be doing like 2 or 3 questions at a max. And there are not like infinite sets of types of question that you have. So once you have completed the data structure, just figure out, like math is one area you might want to do like 3 or 4 questions in there. That bit manipulation is one topic. Then we have some binary search and manipulation in binary search. Then we have a couple of recursion, some of the dynamic programming, and just do 1 or 2 problems in that, and that's it. You will be able to crack down like majority of the interviews after that. Pretty fine. And if you are taking up my course on data structure, I think your concept will be absolutely clear. Not bragging on that, but just see and watch my JavaScript series to confirm it more. I can teach in a most easiest way. Okay, can you address the job situation for fresher software developers in India? Yes, I can address it, and I can say it suck. Uh, in case you didn't expected that, yes, it really, really sucked. In not only the job market, everything is not onto a track. It looks like all happy from outside, but internally, all the companies are stuck. They are in a very, very bad situation. They are consuming their investors' money just to survive. Like, see just around you how many Swiggy, Zomato deliveries you are seeing. And if the deliveries are not coming in, the company is not making enough of money. If they are not making enough of money, they cannot pay for their servers, to their app, to their developers. They're firing them. So it's really not a good situation right now. But don't lose the heart. Probably it's a time to prepare a little bit more, and it will be open up. The market will open up soon. But good thing is, a lot of companies are innovating in this one as well, so they will need new developers. For example, one of the company which I loved, they are innovating in the market of exercising and gymming. So they are designing the cycles, like just add on this device on your cycle, and you can use any gym cycle, and it will connect automatically to your pedals and everything. And then you can have like online screen in front of you and can compete, kind of that. So these are developers which are working on. So one of my friends is actually involved in this kind of a startup, where you can just put 3 sensors, one sensors each on the pedal and one on the steering, and that's it. And you can just place an iPad or a TV in front of you, and then you can compete in the competitions of cycles. So yes, things are getting innovative, and until unless the innovation is here, it's going to suck a little bit. But don't lose hope. This is the time to prepare. Which programming language should I will start? And please suggest your programming paid lectures. No, I won't be suggesting you paid lecture right out of the box. I would suggest that on my app, learncodeonline.in, of course, you just search for JavaScript, and there's a recent course going on in JavaScript, you should first try that. Just go ahead and see if you are able to understand me, if you are able to get in sync with me. Are you able to understand what I'm teaching? Then only go for paid courses. This is not something like, hurry up, buy my courses, only my course. No, it's not like that. Probably you don't like my teaching style. So that's is. So don't be in a hurry to buy. Just first go watch my JavaScript course. If you like that, then only we can have a discussion about which course should you opt up, what is your goal, web or mobile, or maybe Python, or maybe something else. So feel free to reach me out on Instagram. And there is no hurry to just go ahead and buy stuff and paid lectures. Just go start with JavaScript. In case you are already done with the JavaScript, whatever I have uploaded on YouTube so far, you're completely ready to go in my React course, which is just 299 rupees. What, probably $3 or $4? That's it. Just start investing on that after that. So no need to hurry in buying the courses. Okay. Will working as a freelancer restrict earning at a particular point, or trying for FANG would be good option from earning perspective? I would say usually, like, how should I put it? Definitely FANG developers earn more, to be honest, but the amount of money you get in hand is actually a little bit more in the freelancing world eventually. There is a reason why you see that I left Google, I left Facebook, I left Amazon and started my own venture. If the money was so good there, why people are leaving there? I'm not saying it's not. The FANG job are very lucrative. It's almost like a golden handcuff, but eventually you can earn more on your own as a freelancer, and you have more opportunities around you. And also, one of the aspect which usually is not discussed, in the companies like FANG, you are getting paid a lot in stocks, so you are having worth value a lot, but you cannot spend those stock like right away. There are minimum bondings, like you cannot like exchange these bonds till 2 years, so there's a restriction there. And a heavy amount is being paid in stocks and perks, and not just the money. It's not like somebody saying I'm having 24 lakhs package, so I'm getting 2 lakhs every week in my bank account. That doesn't happen. That is far, far from the reality. That somebody says I'm having a 12 lakh package, that means I'm getting 1 lakh per month. It's far from truth. You don't get 1 lakh per month in there. The salaries are very much lower because you get a lot in stocks, lot in perks, then some bonuses are added up in starting couple of months. It's vastly different. I remember one of my friend got hired at Microsoft. He was having a package of 40 lakhs, and I still remember his salary that was crediting in his account was somewhere around like 90,000 or one lakh something. So that is a little bit there. Okay, hey Hitesh, any idea about crash course on React Native? Sorry, I don't release out info about upcoming courses or even crash courses. That puts a lot of pressure on me, and I don't want that. Like, that's the last thing I would want. I'm enjoying YouTube. So that's the most important thing. I want to keep enjoying this YouTube stuff, making video. I don't want to get dragged on one side, like, this is people are liking, I just want to keep on doing that. No, I still do whatever I like, and I just want to stay like this. I want to experiment more. Kindle versus paperback. Paperback. I tried Kindle, but somehow I couldn't read more books on Kindle. Like, I have these books on Kindle, and still I bought the actual version of them. So somehow I'm not getting on the Kindle. Like, I'm reading more on the iPad compared to Kindle. Like, how is that even possible? Good to hear your voice. Thank you so much, Felix. Why I'm unable to give test in your app? Because you are late, my friend, because you are so late. The test in Learn Code Online app are very, very restrictive on the time basis. One test happens at 7 o'clock, another at 9 o'clock on weekends. And if you're not on time, you cannot give them afterwards. So that's the restriction. Either be on time or miss it. Tests are 100% free and will give you an opportunity to learn aptitude, operating system, C, C++, Java. There's a lot of tests going on, and people are enjoying it. I completed your C++ course, which was awesome. Big thumbs up. Thank you so much. Now taken DS with C++. My question is, how can I learn core subject like OS, networking, theory of computer? You have to go through with the books or college lectures. I sadly don't have any course on OS or networking, and neither I'm planning to build any of such courses. I'm moreover on to project aspect, like build something and create something, launch it, upload it. I'm more on to that side. These are great subject, no denial on that part. OS networking, really, really finest of the subject. As of now, I don't have any plan of them, and sadly have to go through books. But I'm really happy that you enjoyed the course so much on the C++, and you are going to enjoy even more on the DS with C++. And to be honest, I'm personally a big fan of learning the data structure through C++. Not saying that Python and Java are not the way to go. I do have courses on all three of them. But I think that, yeah, somehow I'm biased towards C++. Like, I don't know why, but I am little bit. And I think you understand data structure more in C++, but that could be my fictitious assumption. So yeah. How much time we should spend time in academic education? How much is it required? Okay, so I need to go here. Yes, it's 9:30. I need to get back onto the work so that I can prepare more stuff for you guys. And yes, something is cooking up. What? No idea. But yes, something is cooking up. So that's all what we will be doing today. And first, hit that like, please. First, hit that like. Come on. Cheers to iced tea. And first, hit that like, then we are going to go. Come on. I can see some of you, not all of you. Come on, guys, you can do this. I'm a 15-year-old programmer. No, you're too late. 15? You're too late. You should be 5. You should be a 5-year-old programmer, my friend. You should be 5-year-old. Anyways, please don't mention your age. Just ask your question. That is more mature thing of it. I bought your course on React Native. Thank you. But whenever I use npm start expo start, it doesn't work. I tried everything, but nothing worked. What should I do? You should not go with the expo. Actually, you should just directly go with the npm start. And if you're using Windows, which I'm pretty sure you are, make sure you right click on your terminal or the command prompt and open it as an administrator, because when you don't have administrator privileges and you have installed Node, then you won't be able to access Node. That's why majority of the issues happen. So make sure you have admin privileges. If you have created like any third account apart from admin, then please log in from the admin account onto your computer. That's usually majority of the cases. Because if you are having issues in npm start, then definitely something is wrong in the installation part. Because if you're getting some problem while writing the code part, that's a different aspect. We can resolve them. But if you're having an issue in the npm start, that means there is something wrong in the installation, where you have installed it, or something like that. There's a last super chat. Please don't send super chat now. This is going to, oh, Aditya, thank you so much, without even any questions. So I really appreciate your support. It really helps me to have more support in the LCO platform. If you don't know, in all of the paid courses, we provide support. There is a dedicated team which answers all of your questions. Yes, exactly in the same price. And that your all of your support, super chat, everything helps a lot in paying the team, paying the server, and everything that we do here. So thank you so much for such an awesome support. And if you haven't checked out, go ahead, check out learncodeonline.in. And we'll have more fun on Instagram, definitely, stories and stuff. So catch me up on Insta too. And to all of you lovely people, just one final note. Life is tough. It's always going to be tough. So don't expect it to be all sunshine and rainbows. The coding part, it's going to be tough as well. There is no shortcut of that. You have to work hard. And sometimes it's okay. You will cry. It's okay. But just deal everything with a smile. Smiling is the most important thing. So with this, let's sign it off. Keep on writing amazing, amazing projects and share it with me too. Bye-bye. And I'm having a trouble with Angular adding module. I'm getting error in command line, so I'm using StackBlitz. I don't recommend StackBlitz that much if you're taking my course, but if you're using it, that's fine. But I don't recommend StackBlitz or any online platform. You will be making real apps on your own machine. So get through this pain, get through this trouble. It's worth getting through it. Don't rely too much on these online platforms. They may shut down. What you're going to do next? I know it sounds harsh. I know it sounds hard right now. Spend like entire week in just resolving that. But format the entire computer. But do it offline. Do it on your machine. That's the final advice I can give it to you, Aditya. Please, no more super chat now. We will be spending more time on next Saturday. So be active with your questions. I'll take a lot of them. And bye bye. Love you all.